What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Red Dawn Outdoors. First time watching, my name's Kendrick. I fish out of Port Mansfield, Texas, and I'm heading offshore. It's a little solo mission. My port side motor, when I was heading in for the last trip, I couldn't get it over 4,200 RPMs. So I just want to take it out today and test it again, see how it's running. This coming weekend, I've got friends coming down. We are fishing another tournament. It's the ladies kingfish tournament out of South Padre. So since I'm taking the boat out anyway, I figured I'd just, well, the original plan was just to go out past the jetties and troll for kings a little bit. Then I looked at the weather forecast and it's just supposed to be gorgeous, like almost slick calm offshore. We'll see, but that's what the weatherman says anyway. It's supposed to be like 1.8 at 5 seconds. So I was like, well, if I'm going that far, I might as well just head up to the snapper rocks and try to get my snapper and then get some kings after. I'd really like to get a big Spanish. Those are like, I love those things, man. And I've been making this fish carpaccio. So really hoping to get like a, 25-inch Spanish. Turn it into some carpaccio for dinner later. That's the plan. See y'all out there. Man, it's nice out here. I'm using my new Seymour chip. You can see all the structure on the bottom there. This has all been scanned by a boat with high-def sonar. You guys fish offshore and don't have a Seymour chip yet, I highly recommend it. I just got it this year and it's been such a good investment. I'm fishing a Daiwa Lexa 300 with 30-pound braid. This is a tsunami jigging rod. It's a 6'8", 20 to 50 pound line class. It's really fun to fight snapper on. Fishing just a double drop rig, 80-pound mono, 2 circle hooks, and a 3-ounce weight at the bottom. It's just some cut mullet I caught in the bay. Finally getting some good bites. Come on. Got jacked. I haven't been snapper fishing up here in about a month. It's usually not this slow. I have not caught a single snapper. There we go. Might be the first snapper of the day. It's not big, that's for sure. Get to keep 4 snapper in here. Well, I can't get bit at this spot. Time to move. That's what we've been looking for. There's some good fish. Man, I hadn't marked anything like that all day. God, immediate bites. Whew, man, they stripped me quick. Oh my God, that was huge. Yep, there we go. On. Another keeper. God, you can see the snapper right there, right under the boat. Look at all of them. God, it's a whole school. See if I can get them up to the surface. God. Oh, there's some big ones back there. I'm gonna keep chumming them and put my free line out. God, that's so monsters. God, there's some big ones. That is so cool. The whole school's on the surface. Look at the whole school of snappers right there. Dude, what is going on? There we go. We're on. Yep. Right there behind the boat. Those are some big ones. That was so cool. Big ones up on the surface, man. Now they're getting bigger. Yeah, boy. Now they're getting bigger. Man, that was cool. The whole school came up to the surface. I'm gonna do that again. I hadn't snapper fished in state waters in close to a month. They move big time. They're in shallow. Last time I came out, I fished where I started this morning and we smacked them real quick, got our limit in an hour and a half. You gotta stay on them. They're always moving around. That was about as good as it gets right there. There they are already. God, they're right there. Look at all of them. There's some mangroves in there with them too. Y'all see those? Look at all those fish. Love to get one of those mangroves. Pretty sure I'm on. Yep, there we go. Not as big as the last one, but we're gonna keep this one. Unless it's a mangrove, then we got one more to catch. God, the whole school is following this fish. Look at that. Look at that. Look at all those snapper. Look at all of them right there. There's some big ones in there. About the size of the other one. All right, another good one. Man, that was cool. Just put out another bait trying to catch one of those mangroves. The hookup is immediate. Oh, there's a cobia. No way. Freaking cobia. No way. There's a freaking cobia under the boat. No way, dude. Where are my pliers? Where are my pliers? No. He's leaving. He's still there. He's still there. No way. What is going on? Where are my pliers? Oh. Please come off. Is he still there? Is he still there? Come on, buddy, come back. Come back. Come back. Oh no. Look at all these fish. They're coming out of the water after it. Oh, I missed the cobia. Couldn't find my pliers. Look at these fish. Oh, the cobia was right there. I gotta let this fish go. There, buddy. There he goes. Man, I don't think that cobia was a keeper, but they gotta be 40 inches, but God, that was brutal. To see him, I couldn't find my pliers. If I could have got unhooked, I could have thrown the same bait back out and got him. I haven't caught a cobia all year. That's a mangrove right there. I think the mangrove got it. I think the mangrove got it. Yeah, got the mangrove. Let's go. Hell yeah. Yes. Hell yeah, man. Badass mangrove. That thing's just shy of 20 inches. Basically sight casting. I was sitting there, there was a triggerfish, a red, and this guy. And the red kept going for it. I kept pulling it away. And then all of a sudden I saw this guy eat it. Sweet. Well, that was awesome. Man, that was so much fun. I've had schools come up to the boat before, but not that aggressive. Not that many fish that aggressive. Always heard that they'll do that. But yeah, I've never got them to cooperate that good. That was very welcome because I was out in the deeper water. I was getting skunked, man. It was dead, 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 dead. Glad I made the move. Got my snapper. Now I'm gonna troll this area, and I mean, if there's this many fish here, maybe there's some kingfish. I'm gonna troll this area, put my rods out, see if we get a king. All right, these are Ambassador 7000s. They're actually on Shakespeare Ugly Stick big water rods that are, yeah, 5'6" heavy rods. Say what you want about Shakespeare. I've had these things for like 5 years, and they've been awesome. They barely have any wear on them. They're just super durable, and we've caught a ton of fish on them. I'm gonna troll a Halco Max. That's the, I think the 6-inch, and a Nomad DTX 165. Both of them I've got wire leaders on. It's I think 69-pound wire leader that I got tied on with haywire twist on either end. That's it. I'm gonna put them out. Put the Halco out further and the Nomad right behind the boat. Okay, I moved that Nomad over to my pin 20 wide. So I'm gonna put this Clark spoon on the other 7000. These things catch fish, man. All right, no king or mackerel bites out here. I didn't have high hopes for it, but I had to try it with how many fish are out here. I'm gonna pull in the lines real quick and head down the beach and look for birds. Running home right down the beach. Pretty cool. People camping out right there. Water's gorgeous. Well, no birds. No good groups of birds anyway. I'm back at the jetty. There's a good color change. I'm just gonna troll that for a minute. Just took something. Yep. Looks like a mackerel. Yes. Get it around this rod. Like a Spanish. That's what I wanted. Barely pulled drag. Oh, it's a good one. Yes! Nice! Hell yeah! That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah, man. That's the sashimi right there. Got one on the Halco. That's a good like 20 incher. It's perfect for sashimi. Ow! My finger in his teeth. That's exactly what I was wanting. Yep. Halco's hooked up again. Little tiny guy. What is this? What the heck? A sand trout on the Halco. I never would have thought in a million years. That is so random. How does that happen? Here's some birds. Those look like mackerel underneath them. Yep, those are mackerel. Let's see if we hook up. Look at all these birds. Little tiny mackerel. They're in here, man. We gotta hook up. We gotta hook up right now. We're on the Clark spoon. Oh boy. Put it back in gear. Oh, don't get tangled up. Oh, he's way over here. Another good Spanish. Nice one. Oh, man. Come on, buddy. Yeah, that's better than the last one. All right. Clark spoons, man. These things catch fish. Hell yeah, another good one. Come on, buddy. I'm gonna bleed this one out too. Man, got the snapper, bonus mangrove, and now the 2 Spanish. We could just get a king. I'm just trolling right outside the jetties. Got the outgoing tide from earlier. Pushed all this dirty water out. Mackerel are hanging right on the edge. They're clean and the dirty. Got a couple. Oh, double hook up. That sounded like a king. Oh, it came off. This rod's still on. This might be a king too. Oh, that's a king. That's a king. I gotta get this rod in. Man, there's a school of kings down there. Hook 2 right there. Oh, this is gonna be a long fight. This thing's way out there. God, that was 2 kings right out there on the side of that, on the edge of that dirty water. Oh, it's a jack. It's a big old jack. That's what it was. It was a school of jacks. Yep, big old school of jacks. got to gap this thing because they make awesome bait. Yep. Well, fish at least. This thing's a good bait. All right, I'm calling it a wrap for today. Good day, got all the targeted species. See y'all at the cleaning table. All right, not sure if this is a frame. Backing it up. Let these mackerel bled out. I'll clean it real quick. Got a little snapper to clean too, but there's 1,000 videos on YouTube of how to clean snapper. These mackerel are super easy. Things are, a lot of people sleep on Spanish. It's one of my favorite sashimis. Do them sashimi, or what I'm going to do tonight, which is carpaccio, which is like an Italian sashimi style. So good. They got a line of bones that run down the middle. I'm going to take care of those at the house later. It's better to have a big fish, a big 25 incher. It's perfect for sashimi because you got to split the fillet in two. Because the bones run down the middle. All right, that's that. This is a really easy recipe. You can basically call it, it's like a Italian style sashimi, but it's yeah, it's carpaccio, or like my little spin on it. There's some ingredients, well, one mainly, like I usually like to put capers on top of it, but I don't have any, and our local HEB down here, limited supply, they don't carry them. So we're gonna improvise, and I'll just show you all how I've been eating it in the last week or two. And the first step is dicing red onion. So into like little tiny cubes, it's as small as you can get them. I dice them from the onion and then put them on the table and get them super fine, almost like minced. All right, got those minced up. This is more onion than I need, but the rest of the fish, which is right there, I'm probably gonna eat that tomorrow for lunch, so I wanna have some extras. What we're going to do is take this onion and soak it in cold water for 2 to, I would say 2 hours minimum. You can soak it for days. These, you can see these have been soaking in here for a couple days. It's from the last batch that I made. You can see how clear those onions are. They're like translucent. What it does is soak it in water, it mellows out those onions. And like if you let them sit in there for a couple days, they lose all their bite, and they're really mellow tasting, and they're just nice and crunchy. That's what we're gonna put on top of the fish. So, real quick for ingredients, this is a super easy recipe. You only need your fish, fresh lemon, salt, pepper, good olive oil. Spend the money on some good olive oil. This is the Spanish one from Central Market. They have it at pretty much every HEB. Any of these are good. They make different flavors from different regions. But just don't use cheap olive oil. Cheap olive oil does not taste good, and it honestly can ruin this dish. I've done it before. What we're doing is we're just cutting this into little tiny strips, or well, not really strips. They're just little tiny slices. That is smaller than I would like. So what I do is you start to cut it at an angle. So yeah, all I'm doing is cutting it and stacking it on the plate over here. All right, there we go. Got it all cut up. I got a little artsy with the plating. Now I'm gonna get my onions out and finish her off. Got my onions out. Just got a paper plate. Put the paper towel on it. Fork these things out. Put them on the paper towel so they can dry out for a little bit. Just get some of the moisture out of them. You don't have to get all of it. Just if you can keep some of the water off the fish, it makes the flavor stronger. Keeps them from getting diluted in the water. I go heavy on the onions. I know when I show y'all, you're probably gonna be like, man, that's probably gonna taste like crap. I'm telling you, I've made this for a bunch of people. I haven't had any complaints yet. Everybody's loved it. There we go. I know that looks like a lot of onions. I promise you, it's not too many. And hey, you put as many or as little as you want. All right, now it's just a couple other ingredients really fast. Do as much or a little fresh lemon as you want. I usually do about half a lemon. Just drizzle that all over the top of it. I'll put my finger over the tip of the olive oil and just drizzle it all around. And then I'm just using basic table salt. Give it a good, like, generous amount of salt. I always add salt, and then I always end up adding more after I've eaten about half of it. I do a lot of pepper. Really makes for good flavor on this. If you guys haven't made this, I highly recommend it. There she is. I don't know if that's the best lighting. All right, now we get to try it. I get to try it. A little more lemon, a little more salt. Dialed. And when you take care of the fish, I bled both those mackerel. Don't put any fresh water on them after you clean them. And then eat them in the first 1 or 2 days after you catch them. Can't beat it. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'm still getting used to the offshore. You know, just filming everything out there. It's just a lot. It's a lot more than bait fishing. Bait fishing is pretty simple. It's me on the boat, waiting. I've done it 10,000 times. Offshore is just a different animal. You're dealing with, especially when it's like me solo, or when I'm with the group too, the whole thing is just, there's just a lot more going on out there. You know, it's the ocean. So I'm still getting used to, you know, narrating and trying to manage everything on the boat. I think I'm getting better at it, but y'all just bear with me. We'll get it dialed. But in the meantime, I really appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.